Hey guys, Vince here from Internet Dragons, and today we're doing something a little different and actually taking a look at a demo for DmC, the new reboot of the Devil May Cry franchise that was just recently released on Xbox and PlayStation. Personally, I haven't really cared about the Devil May Cry games since the first one, so this reboot, reimagining, whatever you want to call it, is pretty much right up my alley, and I'm pretty interested in it. Conceptually, I still don't like Dante as a character. He's just too annoying for me, but I really like the style they're going with here. It's this cool mix of They Live, the old Rowdy Roddy Piper movie, but with demons instead of aliens, and you'll see that when we get in there. It's made by Ninja Theory, who, yeah, they're not the most popular company out there. They made some pretty generic games like Heavenly Sword, but they also made Enslaved, which was one of my favorite games back in 2010. So let's just hop right in and see what the demo has to offer. We have two separate levels going on here. First is Underwatch, which is basically just your tutorial level, and then Secret Ingredient, which is a boss fight. For now, we're just going to go into Underwatch and start off there on Devil Hunter, which is pretty much normal difficulty. Yeah, normally I would edit out loading screens, but this one's just a little too awesome.
This is a message from the Order. Demons, we know your game. Your cameras watch us. Your media brainwash us. Your drinks poison us. And your banking system enslaves us.
My personal view on the terrorists is that they are disgusting, degrading, and generally nauseating. The worst of them is Dante. The whole world would benefit greatly by his non-existence.
Who are you? What do you want?
I'm with an organization called The Order. Heard of it?
Something to do with that masked freak on the net?
That's my boss.
Wonderful. Can't wait.
Dante, it really is you. My name is Virgil. You don't remember me.
You're my brother.
Your twin brother. I've been looking for you for a long time now. 9 millennia ago, one demon rose through the ranks to take power over the Dark Hordes. The strongest, the cruelest. Mundus.
So, Mundus killed our mom and imprisoned our dad.
Yes.
And we're the offspring of angels and demons.
Demon father, angel mother. We are Nephilim. The only ones that can slay the Demon King.
How?
Alright, so what you saw there was just kind of a combination of various trailers that I've seen previous to the demo coming out. Character models, a little iffy. Voice acting, kind of average. Story, kind of average, but that's pretty much what I'm getting from this game. It's a lot of style, but not too much substance going on.
It'll kill you.
Don't draw attention.
And there you see a little bit of what I was talking about with the world under the world, which is really what's drawing me into this.
Yeah, they dragged me into limbo.
What? How?
So this is the thing that really has me most interested in this game, is the whole demon world underneath our regular world, and the way the entire game just kind of twists.
You'll have to take it out.
I know. Here comes trouble.
Shit. I'm not safe here.
And go.
So here we have our first bit of combat. Starts off pretty simple, of course, tutorial. Main attack is on the Y button, which I find a little awkward. I'm used to the main attack being on X button in action games, but whatever. You have your standard evade. You're just going to watch me beat the crap out of these guys. Your typical Devil May Cry launcher and juggling, which are always fun. And of course, wouldn't be a Devil May Cry game without your guns. Actually have to repeatedly press the fire button, you can't just hold it down, but whatever. Just having a little bit of fun with the fun, floaty Devil May Cry style combat. I mean, it feels very similar to the original.
I'm gonna get up there and rip you apart.
Just it has that that different style to it. I mean, the Devil May Cry games were always about style. This one just seems to be taking it to another level. And of course, you also have all the fun collectibles that you got to find throughout the levels. And if you'll notice anything is a bit off here, I'm actually doing the recording in post. My live recording died on me, so I have to come back and do my voiceover in post-editing, so not quite as smooth as I usually like it. But hey, giving you guys a video, doing what works. Here we see the first of the demon powers that Dante can summon due to his father, and the angel powers from his mother. So that's a big part of this game, is the balancing of Dante himself between the angel and the demon sides. All the demon skills are bound to the right trigger plus a button, and angel skills are left trigger plus a button. And now you can watch me fail at platforming. Yes. It was a little quick on the double jump there.
Hey, snake eye.
See, that's the thing that just keeps drawing me back into this game, is that entire concept of the world being against you.
Stop you.
Great.
Virgil sent me the camera locations for this area. Best avoid them if we can. Follow me.
Doing a little exploring, because, hey, Devil May Cry, you gotta do a little exploring. Got a health item there. That actually kind of scared the crap out of me the first time through. But I couldn't figure out exactly how to get through here just yet. I would figure it out later on. Because the way to get through there, they hadn't explained to me how to do it yet. And I decided not to experiment with button presses for some odd reason. But you'll see how to get through those red walls later on in the video. It's just so cool, I can't help it.
Nicely done, girls.
I didn't notice that the first time. I was so focused on the enemies. The voiceover and the graphics in the background. So here you can see learning how to use the various devil combat moves, which are bound to right trigger and then either Y or B to give you an attack or a launcher. And again, you have the typical scoring system in combat as well, which I kind of like. It encourages you to get better at the game.
There you
The scoring...
Here I am.
This isn't good.
There you are. Yeah, the scoring really doesn't affect the game at all, other than giving you a score. But the act of the score actually being there is helpful as I fall down a pit. It's a cookie to encourage you to get better, so I like that it doesn't really affect the game other than personal pride. If the score is actually affected, you know, your completion or, you know, unlocking things, it would be something different, but it doesn't. And it's always been a part of most fighting, or most action games. And now we have the angel attacks. As you can see, when Dante's using the various powers, his weapon will actually change. His basic attack is a sword. When you're using the demon attacks, it switches to an axe. And then when you're using the angel attacks, it's a scythe, which is pretty nifty. And it's very fluid, too. Which is the one thing I liked most about this game. The action was very, very smooth. Yeah, the controls are, I guess you could say, a little simplistic, since it's basically just, you know, the 4 face buttons and triggers to modify it. But that adds a lot of depth in there, because between your just the Y and B buttons, your 2 main attacks, as you see me activate Devil Trigger and have absolutely no idea what to do with it. And just with the Y and B buttons and then modifying through the triggers, that's 6 attacks right there, adding in jumps and the gun, and watch out for the friggin' chainsaw. It adds a lot of depth to the combat and a lot of combo opportunities. And right to the face. Yeah. And it all went together so well. There was no jerkiness to the combat. I pressed a button and something happened. The way the attacks chained together was really good. It just was fun, fluid action combat. Which is one of the main things I'm looking for here in DmC. I haven't played a good, pure action game probably since Bayonetta. And here you see I'm trying to figure out how to get that little upgrade that I got, but I guess you can't do that in the demo, obviously. But yeah, it's been a while since I played a good action game. I'm gonna try and figure out how to get to this lost soul up here. It doesn't end well, as you can see. But one of the cool things you can see here is you see even the ground is like reaching up to grab me. And I know I keep saying it, but I love that entire concept of this game, of the actual world itself is against you. And at this point I realize it's just the demo, collecting this stuff doesn't really matter, so just to move on with the game. And now here we have a blue wall to go along with the red wall. At this point I realize now I've learned the angel and demon attacks. That's probably how you get through the door. Use your angel attacks on the red wall, or the blue walls, and your demon attacks on the red walls. And that's how you get to a lot of the cool hidden stuff in the game. And here's a door that I can't get through yet. Or at all, because I didn't find any of those stupid keys in the demo.
One more.
Yeah, that didn't work out too well for me. In these large, detailed environments, as you can see from the frame rate, the game runs very smoothly, which is very important. No stuttering. Aside from that initial loading screen, no loading at all. And here's another one of those hidden doors, which now I know how to get through. And again, try to figure out how to get to this guy, fail miserably. And then move on because it's a demo.
Come on then, you little shits.
See, this almost looks like I know what I'm doing, but I promise you I don't. This is the point where I'm trying to experiment with all the various powers and trying to chain them together, and being largely unsuccessful in that regard. But all things with practice. I really started using the left trigger plus Y, the scythe AoE attack, because, well, it's AoE attack and there's a lot of demons around.
And we're good to go.
This whole part of the game is pretty fun. Game just messes with you. I can't help it. I love that.
Great.
Dante, it's chaos out here, but I found a way out.
Where?
Up there. I marked it. Dante, run!
And enjoy watching me fall into a pit a few times. But you die, and the game gets you back in there pretty quick, which I appreciate.
I am running.
The one thing here, I don't really like that double jump. As you can see, that second jump really doesn't get you much. Alright, so as far as first levels go, it was pretty fun. I threw a lot of different things at you. Different enemies, different tactics, a lot of traversal elements.
Church.
God, I hate you, Dante.
Demons, the game has changed. We have a new weapon, and he's coming for you.
See, I mean, the game does look damn cool. It just has a certain sense of style that it really rings with me. I want to see more. I want to see how crazy, I want to see how over the top it can get. And now watch me be completely average. Which if you've watched any of my other videos, you know is about par for the course for me. Alright, that's that. And now, as you can see on the loading screen, this is all the moves I used in that first mission. Well, not on that loading screen. Let's wait for the next one. So, I mean, with that basic amount of moves, these are the kind of combos you can pull off if you get good enough at the game. And all this is stuff I did in that first mission, just not smoothly or chained together. And I will give Ninja Theory credit because this is one of the most disgusting missions I've ever played in the history of video games. Briefly considered collecting those things, but then realized it's the demo, who cares?
Ugh, it smells of sick.
And this little cinematic is pretty much a perfect indication of, God, why I hate Dante.
So you must be the secret ingredient.
They actually took Dante and made him more unlikable.
From your prom date, you ugly sack of shit.
Who the fuck are you?
You missed it. My name, by the way, is Dante.
Dante, son of Father and Eva.
Yeah, but you can call me Dante the Demon Killer. Has a nice ring to it, don't you think?
Not when you say it.
You can't tell me. I'm 1,200 years old.
You don't look a day over 12,000.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
So, near as I can tell from guesstimation is this disgusting thing's vomit. It's that energy drink everybody was drinking earlier in the game. If anybody ever watches Futurama, it's kind of like when they go to the Slurm factory and find out how everybody's favorite soft drink is made. And that's hilariously disgusting, and I love it. So as you can see, this guy just sort of vomits all over the place. And I completely accidentally realize I can grapple over to another platform. At this point, I realize that I start using that left trigger Y attack. The AoE hits all of his limbs, which at least felt like it was doing more damage, so I just stuck with that for the duration of the fight. As far as boss fights go, I don't know if this was a good one for the demo. Just kind of average. Wail on the enemy, dodges attacks.
Suck on this.
And I really hope other boss fights in the game are a little more interesting than this one. But don't get me wrong, it's just, the environment is cool, all that. I love how disgusting they made it. And I don't know what to do, and I die. Yep, that was my favorite death. That was great. And from here on out, it's pretty much more of the same. Attack, dodge, grapple to another platform, attack, dodge. Took a lot of damage from that platform. I finally realized it would probably be a good idea to change platforms before he vomits all over it. Imagine that. And at this point I'm jumping into the menu to use that healing star I got earlier. Narrowly dodged that one. And at this point, with the demo being demo and not completed code, I've completely glitched out the boss fight and can't continue. You'll see me run around for a while and try to figure out something I can do, but yeah, it's just hopelessly glitched. But this gives me an opportunity to talk some more about the game. I mean, in the end, it does a lot of things average. This boss fight, as you can see, was very average. The storyline doesn't seem to have a whole lot going for it. Like I said, the voice acting isn't all that fantastic. The voice acting on this boss was pretty cool, but Dante, Virgil, all the main characters, pretty much nothing to them. But the combat itself is very fun, very rewarding. And like I said, it's so smooth. You really have to play it for yourself to really get a feel for just how well the attacks chain together. And once you get a little bit of playtime with it, a little bit of skill, you can really see... I can already see the depth of the fun that the game has to offer, of just chaining together all these fantastic attacks, which has always been the hallmark of the Devil May Cry franchise, and I really appreciate that. And yeah, here's where I just give up. So, in the end, would I buy this game? Well, yes and no. I wouldn't rush out right away and buy it when it comes out. I don't feel like I'd get $60 out of this game, just because while the game has great style and fun combat, there's really nothing else about it that jumps up and grabs me. Yes, I would like to see how crazy it gets. I would like to see what more the game throws at you. But in the end, I also don't really care what happens to Dante and Virgil and what's-her-name. So, I mean, if I can find it on a good sale, you know, 30, 40 bucks, I'll probably consider picking it up. But again, as a $60 purchase, based on the demo, I really can't say I'm going to go for it. But I didn't hate it. It was, like I said, it was very fun. it just didn't do anything to really reach up and grab me, which, it's okay. So I hope you enjoyed our look at the demo. Try and do some more of these in the future. But until then, you can always subscribe to us here on YouTube, or visit our website, internetdragons.tv, or follow us on Twitter @InternetDragons. So until next time, thanks for watching.